The ancient cobblestone street in Edinburgh that afternoon seemed to have nothing special. The street lamps had just turned on, casting a soft yellow light, mixed with the lingering scent of coffee from the small shop at the corner. A few groups of tourists walked by, holding cameras, chatting animatedly. But just a few minutes later, the atmosphere suddenly changed completely, by a scene that no one expected to witness. The door of the cafe opened. Sam Heughan stepped out first, holding 2 paper cups, a bright smile on his face. Behind him, Caitriona Balfe appeared, gently tossing her hair that was blown by the cold autumn wind. They were not covered, nor were they wearing baseball caps or sunglasses as was often seen on celebrities. On the contrary, the two of them looked comfortable, just like a couple of old friends who had just invited each other out to enjoy a late afternoon drink. Sam handed Caitriona a cup, slightly raising his eyebrows. "Let's see if I remember what you like this time." Caitriona smiled, took a breath, and took a small sip. She made a troubled face. It's okay, but you forgot to add caramel syrup." Sam pretended to be startled, his eyes wide. "Caramel syrup? I swear I remember. This place must have missed it." The two burst into laughter, their laughter echoing throughout the quiet street. At that moment, a group of fans happened to pass by. At first, they were stunned, their hearts pounding. Then they hurriedly pulled each other to stand on the other side of the street, their phones shaking in their hands. A young girl whispered, her voice faltering. "Oh my God, is it really Sam and Caitriona? Or am I dreaming?" The friend next to her tried to stay calm. Turn around, don't miss it." The shaky camera captured the moment Sam leaned her head close to Caitriona, whispering something. She covered her mouth and giggled, her fingers unconsciously touching his arm. The image, a normal but unusually intimate gesture, was enough to make anyone who saw it blush. When Sam turned to see the group of fans, instead of awkwardly avoiding them, he just winked mischievously and raised his hand to wave. Caitriona laughed, shook her head in a "you really are" manner, and then raised her hand to wave lightly. The excited screams made the whole street stir. In just a few hours, the short video of less than 30 seconds had spread across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Fans titled the clip, "Sam Caitriona, a real-life moment sweeter than a movie." Comments poured in. "I watched it over and over again and still can't believe this is real. Chemistry on screen isn't enough. In real life they can melt my heart like this?" They were so natural, like they didn't know they were being secretly filmed. That was the most beautiful thing. The news exploded, entertainment news sites immediately reprinted it, and some TV channels even reported it in the culture section. A normal afternoon suddenly became a hot topic around the world. What surprised everyone the most was Sam and Caitriona's attitude afterward. Instead of staying silent or reacting harshly, they still appeared publicly at the event a few days later, smiling brightly, their eyes calm as if no incident had ever happened. When a reporter jokingly asked, "The whole world is talking about the moment you two laughed together in Edinburgh, what do you think?" Sam smiled mysteriously. "I think people have watched too much Outlander, so whenever we go together, they imagine a little more." Caitriona glanced at him, nodded slightly. "But maybe it's good. A little imagination sometimes makes life more interesting." The audience burst into laughter, but everyone felt something in their eyes, a warmth that could not be faked. In the fan community, hypotheses continued to be discussed enthusiastically. Some believed that it was just a rare close friendship between two co-stars who had been together for many years. But others insisted that the look they gave each other revealed more than all the denials. And it was that ambiguity that made fans even more crazy. The video continued to be shared, edited into hundreds of short clips, combined with romantic music, creating a global fever. Night fell. In the middle of the peaceful streets of Edinburgh, surely Sam and Caitriona could still smile when thinking about that unexpected moment. A natural, fleeting moment, but enough to touch millions of hearts. And perhaps, only they know the truth behind that look and smile that day. Because right after that viral moment, the following days of Sam and Caitriona became more bustling than ever. The small street where they used to sit and drink coffee suddenly became a new, holy land for fans. Every day, dozens of people gathered in front of the shop, hoping to accidentally catch a glimpse of the two stars walking out with a relaxed look and natural smiles like the old days. Another afternoon, when Sam and Caitriona appeared together leaving the studio after a long scene, a group of fans were waiting. They rushed over, not with a loud, enthusiastic noise, but with eyes shining with anticipation. A young girl, her hands trembling as she held a photo book, whispered, "Sam, Kate, can I have an autograph?" Sam glanced at Caitriona. She nodded and smiled, and they both stopped. The crowd erupted. Some held out their phones, others held out old, worn-out Outlander movie posters. Not only did the two sign, they also asked each fan, making the atmosphere strangely intimate. At that moment, another fan boldly asked, "The coffee moment in Edinburgh? Are you two really that close?" Caitriona paused for a moment, but then she laughed and shook her head. "We've been filming together for more than 10 years. Maybe what everyone sees is just the natural comfort between two close friends." Sam immediately interrupted, teasing, "Close friends? I thought they were trustworthy teammates." The whole group of fans burst into laughter. But Sam's eyes at that moment, sparkling as if there was something hidden, made many people in the crowd talk excitedly afterwards. That night, a series of new clips appeared online. In the clip, Sam tilted his head to listen to Caitriona speak, his gaze attentive, the corners of his lips curved slightly as if he wanted to keep something. Those moments, even though they were just a split second, when combined with romantic background music, immediately became evidence for countless fan theories. On Twitter, a new hashtag exploded, #SamKateMoment. Within 24 hours, it was trending worldwide. People posted photos, videos, comments, and even drew illustrations of the two's moments together. One fan wrote, "They didn't need to say anything. Just looking at the way they smiled at each other, we knew there was something special." However, not everyone was so easy to believe. Some journalists questioned, was it just a sophisticated media strategy to keep the heat for Outlander? Were Sam and Caitriona taking advantage of the audience's curiosity to boost their image? Both chose to remain silent. But this silence made public opinion flare up even more fiercely. Because sometimes, no explanation can be as attractive as vague gaps for imagination to run wild. A few weeks later, fans spotted Sam and Caitriona again on another night out, this time at a small Italian restaurant tucked away in a Glasgow alleyway. There was no camera crew, no staff, just two friends sitting across from each other, their glasses of red wine reflecting the flickering candlelight. A fan accidentally snapped a photo. Sam leaned in, chin resting on his hand, listening to Caitriona tell a story, while she smiled, her hand resting lightly on the table next to him. The photo was blurry, but enough to spark another social media storm. One comment attracted thousands of likes. "If this is just friendship, it's probably the sweetest friendship in the world." As the issue heated up, a prestigious magazine devoted the entire cover of the following month's issue to the question, Sam Heughan Caitriona Balfe. Friendship or something more? Fans continued to debate fiercely. Some people assert that the two actors are simply soul mates, bonded by many years of working together. But others swear that those smiles and eyes cannot stop at friendship. Sam and Caitriona, once again, did not give a clear answer. Instead, they continued to appear in public with a comfortable, confident appearance. When reporters pressed, Sam just smiled. "Life is already complicated enough. Enjoy the beautiful things you see." Caitriona gently added, "Sometimes keeping a little secret is also a way to preserve the miracle." Those words seemed to add fuel to the fire of curiosity. Fans became more and more curious, but at the same time loved that gentle mystery. Because in the end, what they received was not just an answer, but an emotional journey. And so, from a small moment caught on the street, Sam and Caitriona accidentally created a legend in the hearts of fans. A legend that does not need a script, does not need a director, just eyes, smiles, and genuine naturalness. Late at night, when the city is quiet, perhaps only they know the truth. But for millions of fans around the world, what remains is a beautiful dream. A dream they do not want to wake up from.